So as you come into this shape, as you come into this gentle hip opener, I want you to take a moment to explore how you're feeling physically this morning. How does your body feel? How does it feel to be resting on the ground? How does it feel to be lying down? Allow your attention to attach to every part of your body that comes into contact with the ground for a moment. The back of your head, back of your shoulders and your arms, the back of your rib cage, and notice along your spine which parts of your back are touching the ground. Is there a space between you and your back and the ground? Or is your back quite flat? Just notice where you come into contact with the floor, and then try and melt into that. Try and relax your spine as much as you can, especially if you're using a block. Yeah, especially if you have a block under your upper back. Try and let it become a part of you. Let your attention drop down to the back of your hips. And if you have the feet together and the knees out to the side, notice which parts of the feet come into contact with the floor. Notice the space, which is perhaps supporting the legs. And then allow yourself to be here completely. Give yourself permission to be here this morning on your mat. And with that permission, I invite you to think about what you need. What is your desire this morning to show up onto your mat? What's your motivation? And whether it's physical or energetic, whether it's anything else, take this opportunity to set an intention around that. A positive statement for yourself. And then allow that just to hang in the space. Start to bring your attention to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And it might really serve you to place your hands on your belly. And I want you to allow your breath to fill the abdomen. So as you take a deep inhale, feel the belly move outward like a balloon. Let the hands move with that inhale. And as you breathe out, let the belly relax. Feel the hands dropping down. Continue with that cycle of breath. And notice how it begins to expand, not only into the belly, but into other areas of your body. Maybe into your hips, maybe into the thighs, the lower back. And if you're resting on a block, excuse me, on a block, notice how that might feel differently as you come to the very top of your inhale, feeling the rib cage pressing against the block. Take one more full breath here. And then I want you to slowly bring your attention back to your body. Use your hands to bring the knees back together. So slowly scoop the legs back together. If you're resting on a block, roll to one side and move it out of the way. And then come back to lie on your back. From here, maybe we can stretch the legs out, reach the arms back behind us, take a big reach with the fingers, and take a really deep breath in. Fill yourself up to the very, very top. Hold the breath in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and sigh the breath out completely. Now do that one more time. Inhale all the way to the top, fullest capacity. Hold it at the very, very top. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1, and then sigh the breath out completely. Let the knees come into the belly. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe there's movement, maybe there's stillness. And then gently come to one side and press up gently to seated. Okay, take a really loose cross of your feet. So both of the feet are on the floor. And then walk them away from you. So walk the feet away from your hips. And maybe then we can walk the feet away from each other. So they walk in opposite directions. And then from here, we allow the hands to walk out in front. And we invite the body to fold forward. Don't worry how far you go. Relax your head if you can. And breathe into the back of your body. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your ribs. And then let the hands walk you back upright. And then behind you so that you can switch and change the legs. Really loose cross. Feet on the floor, away from each other. Walking in opposite directions. And then let your hands walk out in front. Don't worry if your knees are high, it doesn't matter. One more breath deeply into your lower back. And then let the hands guide you back upright. This time we'll uncross the feet, bring the feet together, bring the knees together, and then walk your feet in, take your hands out in front. And it might be that you stay here with your feet on the floor, making sure that you don't sit back completely onto your lower back. So there's a space in between the sacrum and the sitting bones. I want you to try and find that space. You may feel comfortable to take one leg up, maybe both legs up, squeezing your knees together, and then try and bring your knees in towards your chest. So we're trying to pull the knees in at the same time as reaching the fingers forward. Smoothing your breath for 5. Maybe curling a little smile on your face for 4. Keep squeezing your knees in. 3, 2, and 1. And then let the feet come to the ground, about hips width apart. Take the hands behind you. Let the fingers turn forward if you can. Elbows are slightly bent. And then I want you to think about wrapping the arms back. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, making space in the chest. If this is enough, I want you to stay. Otherwise, take the weight into the feet, off the hips, and let the hips rise up. So we're coming into reverse tabletop. Really important that we try and be completely consumed with our breath here, because our breath is our energy, isn't it? It's our life force, and we need it to sustain a practice that's going to be maintained. So if your attention is elsewhere, try and bring it to your breath. Smooth inhale and exhale for 3. Holding 2. And 1, bring the hips to the ground, take the legs together. We'll take one more round, reach the arms forward. Walk the feet in, knees together. Maybe the feet can rise up. If you feel mega comfortable to straighten your legs, you could. Otherwise, keep the knees bent. Reaching the fingers forward. Pull your knees in towards your belly. Pull your thighs in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Bring the feet down, hands behind you. We're going to take one more round of tabletop, or we can take reverse plank. So if you felt comfortable to do so, your legs could be straight. Point your toes and take the weight into the hands, lift the hips. If this feels too much, bend the knees and take the weight into the feet, okay? We're going to stay here for 5. Try not to drop your head back completely. We want to try and keep the neck long. 4, 3. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. 2, 1. Let the hips ground. Woo. Sweep the feet behind you. Come through tabletop. Just take a pause here. And from tabletop, maybe we can just move a little bit further forward and come back. And really this is just to warm the wrists up. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it looks like necessarily, just bringing a little bit of movement. You may even want to create circles, moving the shoulders. Change in direction if you've moved in one way. And then allow the toes to tuck under, let the knees rise off the floor, and we lift into our first down dog. Relaxing the head, relax the knees, make sure your knees are slightly soft. Don't get hung up right now on your feet flat, so let your heels lift off the floor quite generously. Make sure your knees are bent generously also, and bring more focus to your back, more focus to your spine, lengthening as you press into your hands. Let the chest press backward to the thighs, and head is relaxed in between your arms. And the space in the legs will occur over time, but for now we can keep the legs relaxed. Smoothing your breath again here for 2. And 1, slowly walk the feet forward. Stay on the balls of your feet, take your time to walk the feet forward, super slowly. Let the feet land in between your hands, keep your knees bent, roll up to stand, slowly come all the way up. And when you lift the head and look forward, peel the shoulders back, ground through the feet, let the arms reach to ceiling, inhale. Hands to the heart as we breathe out. One more time like that. Let the arms rise up, deep breath. Exhale to the heart. Let's take Om. Take a deep inhale. Complete breath out. Inhale to chant. Remind yourself of your intention. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Remind yourself of your purpose. Remind yourself of what you want and what you deserve. And then in addition to that, I want to invite you to set an dedication today. So maybe there's somebody that you know, or maybe a stranger, maybe even an acquaintance. Maybe they're going through a hard time, and they could do with your love, your support, your positive thinking. Bring them into your mind's eye. Be quite sincere about it, yeah? And then as you open your eyes, we're going to offer our prayer up. So take the arms up to the ceiling, palms pressing together, deep breath. And then fold forward as you exhale. Make sure your knees are soft. Relax your head down. Half lift, either hands on the floor or keep the hands on your shins. Look forward. We'll take both feet and step them back. Come into plank. Take a pause here. And then lower the knees, bring the chest down in between the thumbs, come all the way to the floor. Into Cobra, peel your shoulders back, keep your elbows bent. And then come back through bent knees, tuck the toes under, lift into down dog. Make sure it stays quite lazy, yeah? So the knees are still soft, but the spine is long, pressing back. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly let your feet walk forward. Take your time, be curious. You got it. And then we roll up to standing, let the arms rise up above the head, palms join, look and see your thumbs. And then hands in front of the heart, exhale. We take one more like that, nice and slowly. Let the arms rise up, deep breath in. We fold forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward, long back. And then both of the feet back into plank. Step them back and pause.
Inhale, we hold, press the floor away. Chaturanga, or bring the knees down, bend your elbows and lower. Shoulders back into back bend, lift the chest, you got it. Over the feet, downwards facing dog. Look to the front, walk your feet slowly forward. We rise up to standing, deep inhale, reach up, look up, breathe in. We fold forward here, exhale, hands down. Inhale, look forward, long back. Take the right foot and step it back. Bring your right knee to the floor, point your toes back, and let your arms rise up. Let the hips drop to the floor. Beautiful. Into down dog, hands to the ground, step the left foot back in space. Find your plank, come forward, so shoulders forward, lower the hips in line with your shoulders. Lower chaturanga or bring the knees down. Up dog or cobra, back bend. Good. Downwards facing dog, send the hips high. One more time to plank, shoulders forward, deep inhale. But this time we'll all take the knees down and lower the chest and the chin. Cobra, just the shoulders and the ribs rise. Yes. Back through bent knees, tuck the toes, down dog. Let's take a step forward with the right foot. Bring the left knee down, point your toes. Let the arms rise to the heavens. Drop the hips, descending forward. And let the hands lower. We'll come into a forward fold. So take a step forward with your left leg. Relax your face, relax your head. From here, let's take chair pose. So bend your knees deeply. Keep your knees squeezed together as you take your arms forward and up. That's it. Finding a little bit of awareness in your lower belly. So draw your lower tummy in. This is going to do its work to protect your lower back. And then sink a little deeper. Lower the hips a little bit more than you really want to. We'll take a forward fold. Let the hips rise up. Bow the head down. Half lift, look forward, deep breath. And then left foot back, knee down as you exhale. Arms rise, deep breath in. Downwards facing dog, exhale, right foot back. Inhale, plank, shoulders forward. Exhale, bend the elbows and lower. Breathe in, up dog, cobra, beautiful. Downwards facing dog. Again to plank, inhale, full belly. But lower the knees this time, chest in between the thumbs. Snake the hips to the floor, lift the shoulders into cobra. And then with bent knees, tuck the toes down with facing dog. We bring the left foot forward, place it in between your hands. Lower the right knee, let the arms rise, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale, hands down. Right foot forward. The arms sweep all the way up to standing this time. Deep breath. Hands to the heart, exhale. Nice and warm. Inhale, reach the arms to heavens. And tip forward and fold. Halfway lift, tips of fingers or hands on your shins. Step or hop back into plank. Chaturanga or bring the knees down. Upwards facing or cobra. Downwards facing dog. Let the hips rise up. But this time we're going to stay here for 5 counts. And if you feel overwhelmed, remember you can always come to child's pose. So at any point you feel like it's all just got too much, right? Always take a moment to bring yourself into a space that allows you to gather your effort and your breath and your focus. That's not to say that it might not be challenging, right? Yeah, downwards facing dog is a challenging pose. So really use everything that you've learned to try and find steadiness and ease. Beautiful. One more breath here, yogis. And then we're going to bend the knees deeply and look forward. And I want you to really slowly, with intention, place one foot forward and then the next foot forward. So very deliberate steps forward. And then I want you to land or finish with your left foot in front and your right foot behind. So the left foot's in between the hands, and if you need to bring your hands onto something here so that your legs can be straight, if you can't touch the floor, then do that, okay? Both of your toes are pointing forward, but they're about hips width apart, so there's balance there. And then from here, I want you to take a really deep breath in, let your chest rise, fill your belly, and as you exhale, fold along the length of the front leg. We'll do that again, deep breath in, and deep breath out. And then come to your fingertips so that your torso is long between your hip and your armpit. And we're going to try our best to come into cat-cow here. So we're just going to manipulate the spine. As you inhale, look forward, let your back arch. And as you exhale, press into the feet and round your spine, bring the chin to the chest. Again, inhale. The tailbone is lifted, the head is lifted. Exhale, we round the spine. Arch the back and look forward this time. Take a deep bend in your knees. Lift the back here. It's almost like you're going to come down to a squat. But we're going to bring the weight into the left leg. Take the arms forward and up and bring your right knee into your belly. Come all the way up to standing. You got it. Keep the knee in toward the chest. I'm going to ask you to turn your chest to the right. Bring your right arm back and your left arm forward. You got it. Inhale, face forward, arms reach above the head. And then try the same on the left, but it's really a small movement. Try and keep your hips still. Let's try that again. Inhale, let the arms reach to the ceiling, look forward. And then twist and turn to the right. Yes. Inhale, we face up. Last time, turn to the left. And then inhale, face up. Take the hands to the shins. Take a pause. Bring your knee in towards your armpit. Strong and supported left leg. From here into tree pose, so taking the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. The right knee is turned out on an angle. If it feels more comfortable to bring the leg down to the calf or the ankle, that's also okay. Press the leg into the foot and the foot into the leg. Take the hands in front of the heart. And then we'll take the hands all the way up to the sky. So reach your prayer to the ceiling. Reach a little bit higher, out of your hips, lift through your side body. Take another breath in tree. And let's turn the knee forward, bring the foot off the thigh, warrior three. So begin to slowly, really, really slowly extend your right leg behind you. At the same time, I want you to bend your left knee. Right, your supported leg begins to bend. Extend your right leg back. At this point, the torso is parallel to the ground. Hold it, strong warrior for 3, 2, 1. Take a big step back with the right foot. Left knee is bent, the arms are going to reach to the sky. It's a very deliberate, slow practice, okay? Because I really want you to embody each moment, okay? Reach your arms to the ceiling. One more inhale here. And then we lower the hands on the exhale. We come into a lunge. Side plank. Come onto the outside edge of the back foot. Take the weight into your right hand. Really slowly, yogis. Take your left leg and either stack your foot or come into tree. The left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Otherwise, your legs can just be stacked. Keep looking to the ground if you're feeling a little unsteady. You use the qualities and the elements of the ground to support you. But try and lift your underside hip away from the ground so there's space. Keep pressing the floor away. From here, we'll take wild thing. So take a step back behind your right leg with your left foot. Keep your right leg straight, but swivel and turn on your left foot so your left knee points to the sky. And with doing so, the hips can turn to face the ceiling, the chest can turn to face the ceiling, and the left arm reaches above the head. Take another deep breath. And then slowly look down. I want you to try so slowly here. You're going to take a ninja step forward with your left foot, but do it so slowly, like you're in slow motion. Slowly. Knee points to the sky, and the foot comes all the way forward. Yoo-hoo! Drop the left knee to the ground, right hand is still on the floor. Left arm reaches into a twist. Let the left hand come to the ground, we'll come into half splits. So take the hips back, curl the left toes towards your face. And a breath in to fill your front body. Let it expand. Keep that space as you invite yourself to fold forward. One more time, breathe in and make space. And breathe out to fold. Taking the weight forward. Come off your back knee, tucking the toes under. And then pivot your back heel to the ground. The left hand comes to the inside of the foot. We take the right arm across the chest for side angle. If this feels too strong, yogis, I want you to bring your forearm onto your thigh. I want you to lift a little bit higher, yeah? If this makes a little bit more sense for you. Otherwise, the hand on the ground, the right arm sweeping across the chest. Look underneath your armpit if you can. And allow your chest and your heart to spin around to the right side. Smoothing your breath, you're doing amazing. From here, look to the floor, we'll come into warrior two. So let your arms lift you upright, but keep your left knee bent. The right leg, the back leg is straight. Drop the hips down so you're sinking into the space. Allow your side body to lengthen and lift through the crown of your head. We'll straighten the front leg. Reach the left hand forward and beyond the left foot. And then we take it down to the shin or ankle for triangle. The right arm reaches to the ceiling. Think about your spine and your torso floating over your front leg. So you want to try and pull your spine back. Pressing actively into the feet. Take another slow inhale, yogis. Beautiful. We'll bend the knee once more, come into Virabhadrasana 2, warrior two. Kicking through the back heel, reaching the fingers away from each other. And then we'll take the hands to frame the front foot, lift the back heel, and come back into plank. Stepping the left foot back. Press the floor away so there's resistance and space. We lower Chaturanga, and then lift into upwards facing. Over the feet, downwards facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. And again, inhale deliberately through your nose. And then out through your mouth. So bend your knees and look forward. We're going to take those really deliberate steps forward. So right foot, left foot, and then your right foot in between your hands and your left foot behind you. Toes pointing forward. We want to try and keep the feet parallel. If your front knee is bent or your knees are bent or you can't bring your hands down, use something. Don't struggle. Yeah, don't suffer in silence. Okay, do whatever you need to do. And then I want you to take a really deep inhale. Fill your front body. Exhale, fold along the front leg as best you can. One more like that, deep breath. Deep breath out. And then come to your fingertips. If you can, keep them on the floor, otherwise use your blocks. Long spine, cat-cow. So curl your tailbone back, lift the chest and look forward. And then round through your spine, pull the belly and look toward your belly. Inhale, shoulders back, look forward. Exhale, round the spine. And then look forward, we prepare here, take a deep bend in the knees, lift the back heel. And then you're going to press into the right foot, let the arms rise up, left knee lifts into the shoulder. You got it? Okay, we take our twist here. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center, face forward. Exhale, twist to the right. It's a small movement to the right side. You got it. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, we twist to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out to the right. And then face forward. Arms can stay up by the ears this time, maybe, as we come into tree. If you need to use your hands, go ahead and use your hands to place your foot on your right leg. That's okay. But try and do it without. See how that feels. So we're really trying our best to lift away from the hips. Got it. And then point your knee forward, bring the foot off the thigh. Take a deep bend in your right leg. I want you to do this so slowly right now. Bend the front knee, the right knee, sorry, and extend your left leg back. At the same time, you're going to pivot forward from the hips, warrior three. But keep your right leg bent. Wherever you are, 3, if you can hold it. 2, 1, big step back. Let the arms stay up by your ears, reaching the fingers to the heavens. Yes. We lower the hands to the ground. So a very slow transition into side plank, sorry. Come onto the outside edge of the left leg. You're either going to bring your feet together or play around with any other variation of your top leg. Maybe it's hovering, maybe it's reaching, yeah? If all this feels like too much, bring your underside knee to the floor. But the power comes from lifting your underside hip. So as you press into the left hand, lift your left hip away from the floor and see what changes for you. And then a really slow and precise step back with your left leg behind, so your right foot into wild thing. Lift your hips, yes. Lift and expand your ribs and your heart. And even if you've got no idea what you're doing amazing, I promise. Now you're going to turn into a yoga ninja, right? Slowly look down. Yes! Take that step forward like you really mean it. Beautiful. Drop the left knee to the floor. Take your twist, right arm up. You're like, boy, I made it. Lower the right hand. Let the hips guide you back, half splits. Curl the toes to the face. Deep breath in, make space. Exhale, move into it. And again, inhale. Woo. Exhale. And then rise the chest, take the weight forward. We come off the back knee and pivot the back heel down so the back leg stays turned out. Take the right hand inside of the foot, or bring the forearm onto your thigh. Left arm across the chest, reach it all the way forward. Rather than up to the ceiling, reach it forward so it comes off the top line of your mat. So we think about this long extended line from the fingertips to the foot, allowing your left ribs to spin underneath your left arm, maybe gazing toward the ceiling. Take another breath, yogis. And then look to the ground. We come into warrior two. Let your left arm pull you up as you sink into your hips. Gazing to the right middle finger. Yes. Straighten the front leg. Keep your feet where they are. Don't get hung up on that. And then get your arm, reach beyond your right foot. Take it to your shin or ankle. Take your left arm to the heavens. And I want you to think about in this position, extended triangle pose. Think about the position of your spine. Think about the position of your torso, floating effortlessly over your front thigh. Use your breath. You're doing amazing. And then gaze down, bend the front knee, warrior two, lift back up into this majestic, this is my word now, Gemma, you've put it into me, majestic, strong, and capable warrior. And then take the hands to the floor, frame the front foot, lift the back heel, and make your way back into plank. Step back with intention. Lower the body as you bend your elbows, chaturanga, into up dog, inhale. Over the feet, down dog, exhale. Staying here for 5, smooth your breath. 4, 3. Remember, actively press the floor away. Otherwise, all we're doing is collapsing into it. All we're doing is collapsing into our joints. We want to make space, yeah? Beautiful, take another breath. Look to the space in between your hands. Lift your heels and bend your knees. You're either going to walk forward or hop your feet forward. Your choice. Slowly peel up to standing. Let your arms rise above your head. Deep breath in. We fold forward. Exhale completely. Come to your fingertips. Take the weight into the left leg. I'm going to ask you to bring your right leg up and back behind you, but keep your knee bent. Try and track your knee so it's directly behind you. And even look back. Look underneath and see what it's doing. Make sure it's not turned out, right? Curl your heel behind you like a scorpion's tail. We're going to do cat-cow again here, right? So breathe in, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Pull your belly in. And then kick the knee and the heel up, look forward. Inhale. Breathe out, knee to the nose. Final time, inhaling and exhaling. And then take a deep bend in your supported leg. Press off the foot, come all the way back up to standing. Arms reach above the head, knee comes in toward the chest. So we return to this space. This time I want to ask you to take your heel behind you, point your knee back and behind you, and then sweep your right hand back and take the inside of the foot. Left arm is still lifted up into dancer. You're going to kick into the foot, lift the knee, and keep everything upright, you know, try not to fold too far forward. Keep everything lifted. Look out beyond, look forward to the horizon. If you can, you're going to slowly lower your left hand to the floor whilst keeping a hold of your right foot. If that doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Your right leg is going to be lifted, and you're going to land in half moon. If you have the foot, release it, extend your right leg back, Ardha Chandrasana pose. Take a big step back into warrior two, bending the left knee, wiggle the arms open. You got this. We straighten the front leg. Reach forward and beyond the foot. Take the hand down to the ankle, extended triangle pose. This time I invite you to take a half bind. So your top arm, take it behind your back. Bend the elbow and see if you can wrap your fingers to the inner left hip. If your arm isn't that long, don't worry about it. Otherwise, just place it. And then pull your right shoulder back, maybe even look up. So there's that great sense of expansion across the front body. See if we can stay in this half bind, look to the floor, bend the front knee, take your left arm forward with your palm facing up. Stay in your half bind if you can as you arch back into reverse warrior. So stay in half bound, left arm reaches over ear, beautiful. Inhale, warrior two, reach the arms wide. Left hand inside a foot or forearm to the thigh. Drop the right arm across the face. This time we're going to come into birds of paradise yogis. Left arm behind the back. Right arm underneath the belly of the thigh. You're going to do your best, I know that you will, to bring your hands together. If your hands don't meet underneath you, you're going to use your top, grab a hold of your top or use a belt, okay? And if you're not bound, stay here and work on it. Otherwise, we're going to look to the left foot. And take a big step forward with the right leg. Hips are lifted, the chest is folding forward. And then press into your right foot. As you look forward, lift your left knee into your armpit. Yeah. Come on, you can do this. Woohoo! You're either going to keep your leg bent or extend your left leg. Lift your toes to heavens. Yes! Try and come out the same way you came in. Fold the shoulders forward, let the hips point back, and place the left foot down. This time we're going to stay in a forward fold. Release your hands. Take ragdoll. Grab elbows or let the hands sway from side to side. And it might even feel really nice here, if you haven't already done so, just to breathe out through your mouth. Blubber the lips if that feels good. Let go of some, let go of some tension, yeah? And the beauty is that no one can hear you. Come all the way up, release your elbows, roll up to standing. Take a deep inhale, let the arms rise up. And we fold forward, exhale. Feet together if they're not already. Come to your fingertips or use blocks. Weight in the right leg, left leg lifts up behind you.
Now look back. Just say, what am I doing with my leg? Make sure your knee is pointing down, but it's lifting up behind you. That's it. Bend the leg, curl the heel back, and then you're going to take your little cat-cows. That's it, Chris. You got it, honey. And then inhale, lift the chest. Imagine you could tap the back of your head with your foot. And then curl the knee in towards your nose as you breathe out round your spine. Beautiful. And again, inhale.
And exhale. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a deep bend in your supported leg, look forward. Come all the way up to standing. Arms up, knee lifts in toward the belly. Yeah, you got this. And then take your left foot behind you. Keep the knee in line with the hip. Left hand back to the inside edge of the foot for dancer. And as you begin to pivot forward, allow the foot to kick into the hand. Create resistance, so there's stability, there's torque in the body, yeah? You got this. And then it's almost like you're meant to do it. You begin to slowly fall down with the right hand finding the floor. Yeah. That's it, Rachel. Beautiful, honey. Maybe the foot stays in the hand. Maybe you need to let go of it. The right hand is on the floor. The left leg is up. And then release your left foot. Take your left hand to the ceiling and lift your left foot back. Half moon. A deep bend in your front leg. Step back into warrior two. Windmill the arms open. Deep breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg and reach the right hand forward and take it down to your shin or ankle. Left arm rises just for a moment. And then wrap the arm around the back of your body. Snuggle your fingers, if you can, into the crease of your hip. And pull your left shoulder back in space. Look over the shoulder. And then as you look down, bend the right knee. Reach your left arm forward, your right arm forward, palm facing up. And then reverse warrior, half bound. Deep breaths. We come back to warrior two. And then take the hands to the inside of the foot. Forearm on the thigh if you need. Left arm across the face, reach it forward. We prepare for our bind. Take the left arm behind your back. Right arm underneath the right leg. If you can, join the hands or use something else to hold onto. Look to the ground for birds of paradise. Take a step forward with the left leg. Hug your right knee in toward your shoulder as you lift up to standing. Do it with intention. Even if it falls apart, even if everything falls apart, yeah? Maybe the toes point, maybe the knee stays bent. Ah, beautiful. And then begin to fold forward, let the hips point back, let the shoulders fall down. You come into a forward fold. Feet hips width, release your arms, release your shoulders, release your face. Remind yourself of what you need today. Remind yourself of your intention. Slowly with your knees bent, release your arms and roll up to standing. Come all the way up. Beautiful. Let your feet come together. Let your arms rise to the heavens. Inhale. We fold as we breathe out. Half lift, look out in front, tips of fingers on the floor. Step or hop the feet back, plank position, pause. Bend the elbows and lower, knees down if you need. Into your back bend. This one, come into child's pose, so bring the knees to the floor, bring the hips to the heels. Rest your belly, rest your head. And if it feels good with your arms forward, keep them reaching out in front. Otherwise, take your arms by your side. You can bring your hands by your feet. That might feel nicer for your shoulders.
Vinyasa is renowned for its fast-paced movement. But sometimes there's a lot to be learned when we move slowly. Yeah. It's in those moments that we can really begin to tap into and learn. So as you stay here just for a few more moments, I want you to come back into a very precise pattern of breathing. Pranayama is all about the way that you direct your energy, your effort. You know, where your focus is on, that's where all your energy is going to go. So if you're thinking about not being good enough, that's all you're going to think about, isn't it? All your energy is going to go into that and creating that and making that a reality. But if you're thinking, I'm amazing, I'm a rock star, I've got this. Even if my body isn't conforming today, I've got this. Think about that person that you dedicated your practice to. You know, make them the reason that you're embodying the energy that you need today. Find another breath. If you need to stay here any longer, I want you to do that. Otherwise, come back into downwards facing dog. So taking the hands out, tucking your feet under, let the knees rise off the floor. Now, maybe when you come back into this shape now, there's a little bit more space. Maybe the legs are cooperating a little bit more. You can let the heel bones naturally descend to the floor. Maybe the legs are a little bit more willing to straighten out. Yeah, but don't do it at the expense of everything else. Yeah, try and keep your back long, keep your spine lengthening, actively pressing into your thumb and index finger. So you're pressing the floor away. The breath remains steady and smooth. Let's take our weight into the left foot. Allow the right leg to sweep up to the sky, point the toes. And then bend the knee and bring it toward your nose. And as you do that, move your shoulders forward. Pull your belly and your thigh together. And then take the right leg high again, left heel down, deep breath in. We'll do that again, knee to the nose, exhale, shoulders forward, round your spine. Right leg sweeps to the sky, inhale. And then bring it to the nose. And then as you look out in front, all I want you to do is just bring your right knee down to the floor, okay? And then take the weight into the hands, let your left leg rise up behind you. Broaden through the sole of your foot. Bring the knee to the nose, press floor away to round the spine. And then extend the left leg back on your inhale. One more time, knee to the nose. Left leg reaches up and back. Creep your right fingers forward and up. And I really want you to feel as though those two things are moving away from each other. Fingers are reaching forward, left leg is reaching back. Lower tummy gathers in. We'll bend the knee and reach the right hand back. Grab a hold of the foot if you can. Kick into the foot, kick into the hand. And then I want you to release it, but keep your hand where it is. Keep it there, hold it there. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, extend your left leg behind you, inhale. Oh boy, knee to the nose as we exhale. Take the leg back and behind you. Now I'm going to ask you here, if you can, tuck your right toes under, and you're going to lift back into 3-legged dog. Left leg is up. Knee to the nose, come forward, exhale. Left leg rises, 3-legged dog, breathe in. And again, knee to nose, breathe out. Left leg rises, breathe in. Last time, bring it forward, but place it on your mat. Look out in front, right leg rises.
Knee to the nose, exhale. Let it rise up, breathe in. One more time, breathe out. Breathe in. So stay here. This time the left hand reaches forward. And rather than just hanging here, wait for the next thing to happen, make it matter, right? Make every part of you living and breathing it. And then it just makes more sense. There's more purpose. Yeah. And you're gonna reach back, bend the right leg, and then you're gonna do your best to grab a hold of your foot. That's it, yogis, you got it. Keep your hand where it is, but just release your foot. But keep everything where it is. I know it's challenging. Hold it if you can. 3, 2, woohoo, and 1. Left hand to the floor. Extend your right leg back. Knee to the nose just once. And then take it behind you. So we're going to do our best here to tuck the left toes under. Lift off your left knee. And then press the chest back. 3-legged dog. Right leg in the air, deep inhale. Step the foot in between the hands as you exhale. Come onto your fingertips so there's integrity. We're not collapsing, right? We're lifting and making space. You might want to watch this. I'm going to try and do it really slowly for you. So we're going to come back into wild thing, but I want you to be really curious, like you're a ninja, okay? So you're going to slowly come to the outside edge of the back foot. Can you see my hips are really high? Yeah? Bringing the weight into my left hand. Keep lifting the underside hip. Super slow motion, you're going to step your right foot behind you. Coming into wild thing. Give it a go for me. All right? So from here, outside edge of back foot. Lift the hips up. Press into the left hand. You got it. You're going to take that amazing step behind you with your right foot. Yes, Jules. Hips high, heart expanding. Beautiful, guys. And then try and do it in the same way, but in reverse. Right hand down. You're going to bring your knee back into your nose. And then come onto the inside edge of the back foot for fallen triangle. Weight in your right hand, left arm up. And extend your right leg through to the side. Bring the foot down. Your hips are lifted, and you're telling yourself that you're a rock star, because you are. Or lower the left hand, come onto the ball of the back foot. 3-legged dog, send your right leg high. We can either hang out in down dog or come into plank. Play around with 3-legged chaturanga. Been a while for me. Up dog. Woo! Downward facing dog. Oh boy. Take the left leg high, breathe in. Knee to the nose, exhale. Bring the foot between your hands. Tips of your fingers. You're gonna turn into your ninja, right? Weight in the right hand outside edge of back foot. Lift the hips. Taking that step behind with your left foot for wild thing. Keep pressing into the right hand. And then just as slowly as you did that, I want you to come out of it into your 3-legged loaded plank. So left hand down. Look down, knee to your nose. Right arm is going to reach up and extend your left leg through to the side. Yes. You got it, you got it. Right hand to the floor, look down. Take your weight into the right leg as your left leg rises up. Either down dog or into plank. Lower chaturanga. Upwards facing dog. Woohoo! Downwards facing dog. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Let's take the right leg up toward the ceiling. Take a step forward in between your hands with your foot. Come onto your fingertips. And then we come to a seated twist. So tuck your left knee behind your right leg. And take a little sit down. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit hot here. Let the arms rise up, deep inhale. And we turn to the right side and breathe out. Let the arms rise up, face forward. Exhale to the left. And again, inhaling. Exhale, we stay this time to the right side. Spin your chest, your ribs, your heart, your shoulders to the right side of your mat. Beautiful. And then slowly look forward. Maybe we can take the arms up or bring the hands down. It's entirely up to you. We're going to come into pigeon. So you can try it with arms up. Let's see how that feels. Top leg is going to unravel. Your right leg is going to sweep behind you. Yes, Gemma, nice. And then we take the hands to the floor. And we walk the hands out in front. Make a pillow for your head to rest on. Relax your belly. Yeah, relax your face. Notice the warmth of your breath. Slowly rise to your hands, lifting the chest upright. We're going to sit over onto the left hip so we can bring the right leg forward, but keep your right leg straight. Yeah. I'm going to change direction, but you don't need to. So you might look like this. Yeah. So we keep the left knee bent, the right leg is straight. We take the arms up, inhaling, and they're an extension of your side body, right? So really lift out of your waist here. And then move from the waist as you reach forward. Maybe your hands just land on the floor, or maybe you can take your foot. Keep your heart open. Keep looking beyond, and allow your heart to melt down. Filling every corner of your body with your breath. So good. One more breath here, yogis. And slowly roll up. We're going to stay with the left knee. Keep your knee bent, but place your left foot onto the floor. And then from here, your right hand, take it to your shin. All right? Left arm up by your ear. And then I want you to reach forward. And as you do that, I want you to take your arm to the inside of your knee. That's it. And then reach forward. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. You're either going to stay here or turn your palm to the side, your thumb down, and then wrap the arm around the front of the shin. Let your shoulder fold inward, back of the hand to the outside of the hip, and then take your left hand and wrap it, your right arm, around the back of your body. If you have your hands together, squeeze your left knee into the center line and take a deep inhale, and then fold forward on your breath out, nose to the knee. Beautiful. One more breath. Slowly rise up, release your spine. Come back into boat pose. So walk the feet in, knees together, take the arms forward. So just like we started with, you're either going to be here or you're going to be here. Or maybe you feel like you could be here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Cross the feet, and you're either going to take a hold of your feet, and you're going to bring them underneath your hips. Move the weight forward into the hands, and take a step back into plank. If that doesn't happen, just walk your feet back. It's all good. We lower the body, and then we press the floor away and lift into back bend. Come over the feet into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Complete exhale. Let the left leg rise to the sky. Point your toes. Bring the knee to the belly, look forward and step the foot between the hands. Tips of your fingers on the ground, lifting through the chest. And then from here into your seated twist. So take your back leg and tuck it behind the front and come to your seated twist. And remember, if this double cross doesn't work for you, just release your bottom leg and just straighten it out, okay? Let the arms reach up to the sky. Inhale. Return to the left, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn to the right. Beautiful. One more time to the left. Inhale, forward. Exhale to the left and hold it there for 5. Keep spinning around as far to the left as you can with your ribs, your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms rise up. Maybe we can find pigeon, no hands. So uncross your top leg and take a step back. And then we bring the hands to the floor, walking forward and folding. Use your inhale to take your energy where you need it. Slowly lift your hands, lift the heart, lift the head. Drop over to your right side and bring your left leg forward. So the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh, the knee falling to the ground. Arms up by the ears, inhale. Reaching forward on the exhale. Try and drop away any effort that you don't need around your shoulders, around your jaw, your mouth. Ground through the base of your hips and rise up. We'll take the right foot to the floor. And there needs to be a little space. It makes a bit more sense when, if we bring the foot like close into the center line, can you see my knee has started to kind of point out a little bit? And I'm just going to put excess pressure on the knee. We don't want that. So try and line the foot up with your hip, and your knee's going to be a little bit happier, all right? So opposite hand to the shin. Right arm reaches up by the ear, and then reach it forward. And as you come forward, you've got permission here to come off your right butt cheek. Yeah? So as you reach forward, your right sitting bone is off the floor. If it's not off the floor, don't worry about it. But if you can, it just creates a little bit more room to maneuver, all right? And then here, you're gonna wrap your arm around the shin, around the back of the hip, and then your left arm catches a hold of the hand if you can. Breathe in, make space. Fold as you exhale. And it is especially hard, this one. So don't get hung up if you're like, I'm not moving anywhere. It's a really difficult place to move into. So do your best. I know that you will, right? And your best is always going to be enough. Beautiful. Take another breath. And then slowly release your bind. Slowly release your fold and lift up. Taking the leg forward. Give your knees a little shimmy. Arms reaching forward, and we're going to slowly roll down to lie down. You're like, yoo-hoo! Take the arms all the way above the head. Point your toes and reach your fingers back. And then one by one, bring your knees in and grab a hold of your shins. Give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Keep your inner ankles touching, but take your arms through the center of the legs so that you can grab a hold of your feet. Yeah, grab a hold of your feet. And you're either going to keep everything where it is, or you're going to take the feet to the ceiling, but keep your knees bent. You come into happy baby pose. Maybe there's movement here, or maybe you just want to be still. And then slowly we'll release out of the feet. Bring the feet onto the floor together with your knees together, pointing up. And then I want you to take your right leg and cross it over your left leg. That's it. Press into your left foot, the one that's on the floor, so that your hips can lift up just a few inches off the ground. And then position your hips over to the right long edge of your mat, but let your knees fall to the left side. And you're going to come into a spinal twist. You can use your left hand on your knees, if that feels good and appropriate. You can take your right arm away from you, shoulder height, make a bit more space across the chest. And it's probably happened instinctively already, but I want you just to think about everything slowing down, slowing your breath down. Take an inhale where you are and use your exhale to come back to center. You got it. Realign your hips, uncross the right leg and cross the left leg on top. Press into the right foot so the hips can rise up and then move them to the left, but bring your knees over to the right. You got it. Mm-hmm. Take an inhale and use your breath out to return. Come back to center, realign everything. And now is the time for you to be still for Shavasana. So doing whatever you need to do. You know, grabbing layers, making sure you're comfortable and warm. And the last track is Purna, if you're on shuffle. Shavasana, Sublime Freedom is the name of the track. And there may be a moment of stillness and quiet here, but I want you to know that I'm still here. I'm just giving you the space to drop into your own experience, to indulge in this relaxation which you've worked so hard for. So let go of any effort.
Gently allowing your attention to return. But as always, I invite you to stay longer if you feel like you need to. There's no rush. Otherwise, bringing your efforts back. Moving gently into your fingers and toes, reigniting your breath. Maybe reaching your arms back, taking a big stretch. A glorious inhale, filling yourself up with everything that you need. And releasing anything that's holding you back. Giving your knees a big hug, giving yourself a big hug. A big embrace of utter gratitude to yourself for making all of the effort required to show up this morning. And then when you're ready and comfortable to do so, coming to seated. I'll take Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om this morning. Hands together in prayer. Bowing towards your fingertips. Bowing towards yourself. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out completely. Inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. I bow to you all. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your efforts and your love and your practice this morning. I stole a few extra minutes of you this morning. I'm sorry about that. 3 extra minutes of your time. Have a really bloody good day, and I see you really soon.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As always, thank you.
Thank you,
Everybody. Have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
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 Awesome.
Yes. Thanks, Louise.
Later.
Thanks, Jules. Bye, Phil. Bye, Chris. Bye, Eileen.